Last time, El Cid tried to bring pacifism to Spain, but was forced to kill 2 units in King Sancho's tournament. He spent the rest of his life without a single kill, but did his efforts pay off in the end? Did the Spanish decide to follow the ways of pacifism? Or did they choose to follow a more violent path? We'll find out as they set sail and cross the Atlantic to the lands of the Aztecs. It's been quite a long while since we actually managed to complete a pacifist campaign with 0 kills. William Wallace, Genghis Khan, and El Cid all had at least one scenario where we had to get our hands bloody. Will the new world continue to bring old problems, or is it possible to win the Montezuma campaign without killing enemy units? The Aztecs are amazing pacifists. Their monks gain 5 hit points for every technology researched. Even herbal medicine, the useless technology that makes garrison units heal faster, becomes useful, as through the power of pacifism, it grants our monks that wonderful 5 HP bonus. But the evil Tlaxcala have eagle warriors who resist conversion and balance out our powerful monks. We have our work cut out for us, so let's get started and head to the Mesoamerican jungle, where we hear a tale passed down to us by Cuauhtémoc.
Passed down to you by Cuauhtémoc, eagle warrior of Tenochtitlan.
We start off with an objective that's nice and peaceful. There are 4 relics scattered throughout the map for us to capture. We cannot construct our own monasteries, but must capture and protect the Gaia temples. Our first challenge is the growl of the jaguar.
I hear the growl of the jaguar. Is this a bad omen?
There are 3 jaguars tasked towards our town center, but they focus upon this task rather than upon our eagle scouts, so we can kill them without incident. Orange attacks at 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the game, so we need to get some walls up as fast as possible to keep their archers out of our base. At the same time, we use their archers to gain access to their base. One of our eagles draws them out by attacking a palisade wall, while the other slips in through their gate. We'll hide him in the north of their base for now. We'll need him later. Meanwhile, we send our 3rd eagle and a villager over to Purple's base, while at the same time walling up the other passages into our base in case Orange attempts to run their archers around. Our eagle distracts Purple's military, while our villager builds a dock and a transport ship. We transport the eagle across the river, where it meets some jaguars. But thankfully, these animals are pacifists. Yay, friends! They don't attack a fellow animal, or any scout unit for that matter. Our eagle can run to the monastery unimpeded. The other 2 monasteries are behind our walls and are easy to find. We build up and advance to the castle age. Oh, but that eagle warrior who's been hiding in Orange's base? He captures their monastery. But Orange doesn't take too kindly to this, and there's a trigger sending a sneak attack of eagles to defend it.
You defile our sacred temple, Aztecs. The gods demand a sacrifice.
We can't let them kill our monk, so we use our eagle to attack their market and draw their eagles away. All 4 monasteries train a monk, and we garrison the relics.
Bincha, Comanta, Hek, Banten.
A nice and easy start to the Montezuma campaign. The 4 relics captured complements our 0 units killed quite nicely. Next, we head to the Triple Alliance. Allies in Age of Empires 2 scenarios commonly fall into 2 categories. 1, they betray us. 2, they're useless. The Tlacopan and Texcoco are in the first category.
Montezuma asks us to do much for the Aztecs, but we shall do his bidding, for now.
We send messengers to their town centers, then acquire a transport ship filled with villagers. As we build up, we start laming our allies. If we place some palisade foundations around their town centers, they won't place their farms there, and we can send villagers over later to wall in their TCs and trap their villagers. Meanwhile, we add in a market and a blacksmith, then click up straight to the castle age so we can add in more town centers and build up our economy. We continue laming our teammates, walling in their resources, and even stonewalling in Yellow's barracks so they can't let their eagles free. We place some monasteries in their bases too, that way we can convert them after they betray us. Meanwhile, we use the transport ship to sneak a villager into the back of the Tlaxcala's base. We build the siege workshop and start trading some battering rams. The Tlaxcala resign when their 4 town centers are destroyed. We won't need to concern ourselves with their villagers, we just need to worry about destroying these buildings. Using our transport ship and our eagles for a bit of a distraction, we keep their army away from our rams as we batter down their TCs. After a strong attack, these buildings go down, and we get ready to win the scenario.
We have destroyed all of Tlaxcala's town centers.
But then our allies betray us.
Now that we are rid of the Tlaxcala, let us rid ourselves of these Aztec taskmasters as well.
Too bad they've already been walled in. Yeah, I don't think you found the opportune moment to turn on us. You're not in the best of positions. We are limited to the Castle Age, so our monks won't yet reach their full potential. In the Castle Age, they have but a meager 75 hit points with all upgrades, not too much. It doesn't matter, though, since all of the enemy's Eagle Scouts are walled in and can't attack us anyway. There's also a temple where we could send 10 Jaguar Warriors for them to get bonus stats, but that won't matter for us. Instead, we concentrate on dealing with these town centers. Mangonels would likely end up killing villagers, so we stick to rams. To prevent their villagers from escaping, we delete a segment of palisade at the back of their TCs. That lets our rams attack the buildings while keeping the villagers inside of their pens. We convert the rest of the villagers and win the scenario.
None shall challenge the will of Montezuma and the Aztec Empire. But wait, what is this that approaches?
Who is this mysterious stranger?
I claim these lands and all of the gold they bear in the name of Charles of Spain. Until all of the gold is brought to me, I shall not return home. To prove it, I am sinking my ships.
Could he be a fellow pacifist?
Who is this man who has arrived? Could it be that the god Quetzalcoatl has returned?
Oh no, he sunk his transport ships. Those cannon galleons definitely won't be able to transport him home. I hope he realizes that he didn't bring any villagers along with him. Another scenario with 0 kills. In the next scenario, we find ourselves allied with the people of Tabasco. Allies in Age of Empires 2 scenarios commonly fall into 2 categories. 1, they betray us, or 2, they're useless. Tabasco is in the second category. In the original game, they actually were forced to resign. At least in the definitive edition, we can get an achievement for keeping them alive. We don't know yet whether the Spanish are pacifists, but here's a hint. They're not. We leave Tabasco to be killed, since there's not much we could do to help them anyway. Instead, we concentrate on the Tlaxcala. They resign when they don't have any more town centers. Again, we don't need to worry about their villagers. We launch a precision strike, luring out their army with our Eagle Warriors and rolling our heavy rams across the shallows to take out their town centers. The TCs go down, and the Tlaxcala start deleting their buildings and army. But they don't delete all of their army even after resigning. We'll need to lure their remaining Eagle Warriors away so that they stop harassing us. Next comes the Spanish. They have 26 horses, and we need to capture 20 of them. This objective would be easy if the Spanish didn't try to kill their horses as they run away. We need a good number of eagles to rescue them, making sure that we draw the fire of the conquistadors, cannon galleons, and towers, enabling the horses to flee to safety. We head to the Imperial Age and use an onager to cut through the forest at the south of their base. This gives our horses another path to run through so they can more easily flee the Spanish. But the Spanish have been building up their forces, and now they're attacking our base. We need to be quick. We run the horses through our base and into the pen. At the sight of 20 horses in our pen, the Spanish decide to resign.
Now that we have all of the Spanish horses, they will be unable to send their deadly knights and conquistadors into battle.
This scenario would be easy if the Spanish didn't try to kill the horses as they're running away. We could then just use the bombard cannons to destroy the palisade walls and get the horses. But as it is, this one takes a good bit of micro if we want to get 0 kills. Last scenario, we learned not to trust the Spanish. So naturally, during the cutscene, we trust the Spanish, leading to dire consequences. We're kicked out of Tenochtitlan and are left with but a single Jaguar warrior. But this warrior is devoted to pacifism, and because of that, he is extra strong. Nothing will stop him from retaking the city, not even a wild boar.
Out of my way, pig.
The Spanish are building a wonder at the center of the island, but it's being constructed with only 1 villager. We all know how slowly 2 villagers constructed a wonder back in Valencia. I wonder if the Spanish ever will learn how to construct their wonders properly. Anyway, the earlier we get to the wonder, the less HP it will have, and destroying the building is the only condition required for us to win. So let's run to it right at the start. we pick up 2 Eagle Warriors on the way. The first debates the Jaguar Warriors, Castle Fire, and various other units as we run across the bridges. The second Eagle debates the Tower Fire at the end of the second bridge. The middle of the city has no defenders, so our Jaguar Warrior is free to head straight for the Wonder. Channeling his pacifist beliefs, he damages the foundation more quickly than the villager can build it. The Wonder goes down, and the power of pacifism ripples throughout the city. The Spanish flee in terror before our peaceful ways as we win the scenario.
The Spanish thought that Tenochtitlan was theirs, but they did not count on the strength and courage of Aztec warriors.
The map is covered with allied Aztec soldiers, a jaguar pen, prisoners to free, the reappearance of Ornlu guarding a gold island, and various other interesting sights to behold. Someone obviously put a good deal of time and effort into carefully designing the intricate details of this scenario, but we just ignore all of those. A nice and quick speedrun gives us a clean 0 kills. Everybody stop! No, do not kill any of those Spanish soldiers. Whew, okay. Now we can relax a bit. The Spanish are fleeing across the lake, but instead of giving chase, we move our initial army over to the west side of the map. There's an island of gold guarded by jaguars, but we can use our starting navy to clean them up and create space for our villagers to mine. The Tlaxcala and Spanish have a fortified position to the north. The Tlaxcala don't resign as long as they still have a castle or at least 3 villagers, but the Spanish, oh yes, the Spanish give up as soon as they lose their only town center. They also abandon horses and trade carts around the map. If we capture the horses, we earn the new Zolotl Warrior, which replaces the Tarkans we got in the original game.
We have trained a horse rider.
But those aren't too important. What we really care about are the bombard cannons we get with the trade carts.
We have created a bombard cannon.
Obviously, the Aztecs have no other access to gunpowder, you know, with their ability to train petards and all. Anyway, the cannons will be important later. For now, we run our army in through the west side of the Spanish base. We use our arbalests to absorb the fire from the towers and the castle, while running our melee units straight to the Spanish TC. Their bombard cannons start firing at us, but their splash damage helps only to destroy their own TC. We bring it down, and the Spanish start deleting their units. The Tlaxcala attack our production buildings, so we delete our castle and run our bombard cannons away. While they keep their army in our base, there's nothing defending their base. We build up an army of monks, then move in with our bombard cannons. Being in the Imperial Age, our monks can reach the height of their pacifist potential with a whopping 95 hit points. The Tlaxcala's castle is no match for the pacifism we fire from our cannons, and their buildings crumble as we convert their villagers. Their army attempts to run back for defense, but it's too late. As we convert enough villagers, they begin deleting their units and resign. One more scenario with 0 kills. We've gotten quite far through this campaign, and we have but 1 scenario left. Will we actually be able to do it? Can we restart our pacifist streak and actually finish the entire campaign with 0 kills? The final scenario returns us to the city of Tenochtitlan. Last time we destroyed the Spanish Wonder, but now we have a wonder of our own, as this time it is we who control the city, but we're surrounded on 3 sides by our enemies. We start off by putting our villagers to work, deleting our towers, and training some trebuchets and rams. We'll wall off the western causeway so we don't need to fight with the Tlaxcala. The Tlaxcala don't resign while they still have at least 3 villagers, but both the Spanish army and navy resign when they lose just their town centers and castles. So we start by attacking the Spanish army and sniping these buildings. We'll build some transport ships to ferry our siege while sending a fishing ship to search for a valuable surprise.
The Spanish must have abandoned these warships during their flight from Tenochtitlan. Now we will use them to bring death to the Spanish by sea.
Now, those cannon galleons aren't quite what they were in the original game.
What are these strange weapons? A gift from the gods?
But in all honesty, the cannon galleons are more useful than turtle ships since they have a much longer range. And we can use these cannon galleons first to kill one of the Spanish army's town centers. When that's down, we sail them across to the other side of our island in preparation for attacking the Tlaxcala. We land on the shores of the Spanish army and assault the western castle and town center. Conquistadors don't do much damage to trebs, so we're able to take out these buildings without much of an issue. The Spanish have one more castle to the north. We land our trebs and, well, we almost managed to take it out. Let's send in one more treb, just to finish it off. Ah, there we go. The Spanish army defeated. Since we didn't use the gold island in scenario 4, all of the gold is left on it for us to take now. Okay, maybe there isn't actually any continuity between scenarios like that, but what matters is that we can mine the gold. The Spanish Navy comes to attack our main base, so we need to delete our castles so that we don't kill them. Instead, we convert their ships, clearing the waters for our cannon galleons and trebuchets. Next, we'll deal finally with the Tlaxcala. They've broken into our base across the northern bridge, but they don't spread out and attack. Rather, they stay stuck attacking our walls. We use our cannon galleons to take out their castles and towers. We also destroy the mining camp they have across the bridge. That way their villagers return to their town center and stay grouped up better in their base. Next, we transport some monks and go to work converting their villagers. They're trapped in the corner of the map, and after we destroy their TC and get quite a few conversions, the Tlaxcala resign. That leaves only the Spanish Navy, who actually attempts to land us while attacking again with another round of ships. We have to be careful here, as they're triggered to receive various technologies if they manage to destroy our wonder. Thankfully, though, we have enough monks, so this assault isn't too difficult to fend off. Now we train some siege, construct some transport ships, and avoid their bombard towers by heading to the land on the eastern corner of the map. The Spanish Navy has 2 castles and 1 town center, but it's no match for our siege. We take out 1 castle, then we take out another castle, and finally, we end the campaign by destroying their town center.
We have done it. Tenochtitlan stands and the armies of Cortes are defeated. The Aztec Empire has triumphed. For now.
There we have it, the final scenario completed, with 0 kills.
So says Cuauhtémoc, Emperor of Tenochtitlan.
Finally, we get back to a campaign that's possible to complete as a pacifist. It's been a while since we've had one of these, and oh, it's good to be back. We'll do the Battles of the Conquerors next, then finish off the AOC campaigns with Attila the Hun. Thank you all very much for watching, extra thanks for everyone supporting me on Patreon, and I'll see you next time.